this you? You're a new real estate wholesaler who wants to join a community, but a $10,000 course is just way out of your budget. What I see all too often is people who start wholesaling real estate, but don't have like-minded people around them. They get demotivated and they quit. In this video, I'm going to show you, in my opinion, the best wholesale real estate community out there, and the cost is less than a Netflix subscription. What's up guys, No Flipping Secrets here. I'm Jesse. Today, I'm going to be walking you through, in my opinion, the best wholesale real estate community out there. There's many other wholesale communities that are great, but either they cost too much or they just don't bring enough value as this community, in my opinion. If you want to talk to me, I'm in the community. You can send me a DM. I'm always happy to help, and I can always provide whatever you need. I'm here as a helping hand for you. So without further ado, let's get into my favorite community out there for wholesaling real estate, Wholesalers Academy. So here we are. This is the best wholesale real estate community out there. This is Wholesalers Academy. And Max Millander also created one of my favorite softwares out there, assigns.com, which in my opinion is one of the best comping softwares, if not the best comping software out there. Now these are the different tabs of options that you can go through in the community, but this is really where the sweet spot is going to be, is the classroom. So the classroom right here, you can see all of this stuff that you can get from the community. Like the captain's chest, if you're an annual member, I'll go over that later. This is where you start. This is wholesaling, acquisitions, even free leads. It goes through everything that you need to know about wholesaling real estate. But let's head on over to this Start Here tab. So this is Welcome to the Classroom. This is basically everything you need to know about Wholesalers Academy. You can meet all of the people on the team. You can see all different types of wins. This is for new members. This is your homework. This is about Max Millander and basically how everything works. You can even get different promo codes from this community just for being in the community. I really like that he did this. This is the Accountability Buddy program. So if you go to this link right here, you can add in your email address and you will be paired with another school group member, and you guys will keep each other accountable to wholesale real estate together. It's lonely wholesaling real estate in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, but having this accountability buddy system is super smart and a great way to keep people going wholesaling real estate, because people quit way too soon, often right before they're about to get a deal. Right when all of their progress adds up, and then they quit and they don't make any money. So this is a really great program that I really love from the community. If you go to the premium section, this basically gets you a year of Wholesalers Academy. You save $60. This is what I really love, is the private comping portal. So instead of guessing of whether a deal is a deal, you send the deal to them to comp, and then they can tell you if it's a good deal, instead of getting the property under contract and then scheduling an inspection, getting buyers out there, and then it turns out it's not a good deal. So instead of doing that, he's made it to where you can send the deal to him to comp, and then you could get the deal under contract. You also get $1 million worth of proof of funds. So if you're wholesaling on market, or if you just have a really stingy seller that wants to have proof of funds, then you get up to $1 million in proof of funds directly from Max himself. You get free earnest money lending, so if a deal is good enough, then you can put up the earnest money up front and Max will put up that money for you. And then you get early access to different things. Like, for example, I got early access to Assigns because I'm a part of this plan. Now also, if you need to hire a VA, you can use his VA system, Alpha Leads, everything that you need to know. You get a dialer, they're already trained, everything like that. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of links that he's created to make wholesaling real estate easy for you. But if we go back to the classroom, You see the intro to wholesaling course. This is basically all you need to know about wholesaling. You create your 1111, which, let's see. This is your 1111. You want to create your strategy, your place of your market, basically, your type of system, your one booty type, and then your one treasure type. So I would recommend doing one of these and then doing a main market, doing cash, and doing houses only. And so this is what you're going to stick to tonight for 90 days to get your first deal wholesaling real estate. But now if we go back, this is basically everything you need to know about wholesaling real estate. Anything about mindset, laws, things like that. Then if we go to acquisitions, this is really where you're going to start getting deals, is learning this course. So this is the acquisitions course where it goes over basically everything you need to know about door knocking, cold calling, text blasting, pay per lead, and even bird dogging. So finding other wholesalers that can't find buyers for their deals and sending them to him, and you get a fee for it. And then inbound ads if you're experienced enough and if you have the budget. This is the whole acquisitions course, and it's very in detail, as you can see. There's so much information here. Different KPIs that you need to know about everything, how to get A2P approval if you're text blasting, everything like that is in here. Door knocking. I mean, this is a great course right here. Just the acquisitions course gives you a script. You can record every call with Dial Beast, and again, you get earnest money lended to you for free. You get free leads as well. So Max drops free leads every single week from his software assigns.com, which the skip tracing is very good. It's on par with X Leads and Deal Machine. So you get weekly assigns drops. So everybody in the community votes for a specific market and list type, things like that. And so it looks like this week they did Florida, Orlando, high equity absentee owner, and you can use this to cold call or text blast. So if you, for example, don't have enough leads to text blast, or maybe say you can only afford a dialer, then you can just use this and you can dial them yourself. And I've seen multiple people get deals just from these different weekly drops. Now if we go back to the classroom, we see the underwriting course. This is how to underwrite everything. This is your Captain Comper versus Community. So if you are a annual member, you get access to this Captain Comper, where again, they will comp the deal for you. You get this lowballoffer.ai calculator, where it'll tell you if the ARV is this and the repairs is this. This is your starting point when presenting an offer to a seller. Then you have the 4-step offer framework. This is how you do everything, different rules. This I really love. This is the section that I really learned wholesaling real estate, is this underwriting course, where you basically know if a deal is a deal basically by underwriting it. If I were you, when you get in the community, I would spend as much time on this underwriting course as possible, because in my opinion, it's more important than anything. Because even the acquisitions course, if you're not good at talking to sellers, even someone who sucks will get a deal in every 100,000 calls, right? Whatever it takes. But if you get that deal and it's a bad deal, then you did all that work for nothing. So it matters less about how you talk to the seller, and your numbers are really the most important. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't focus on how you speak to a seller and things like that, but underwriting is really the base of wholesaling real estate. Without underwriting, then there's really no deals to be made. You can see the closers course. Now, when you're done with the underwriting course, you can see how to close with RJ Bates. Now, if you don't know RJ Bates is a 7-figure wholesale real estate person. He gets a lot of deals wholesaling real estate. And this is the closers course. This is how to close sellers. This is basically a sales course, basically exclusively by RJ Bates. And he's one of the top wholesalers in the United States. He does a lot of PPL from companies that I like iSpeed to Lead. and he tells you exactly how to close a seller, where a lot of people will just pass on and move to the next deal. And he tells you really how to dig deeper and to find that seller's motivation and to get the deal under contract. It tells you exactly what to do when you are talking to a seller, the power of awkward silence, saying, things like that, things that you wouldn't expect. This is all in the course, and it really makes a difference. But if we go back to the classroom, we could also see hedge fund buy boxes. So Max Millander has partnered with different hedge funds across the United States that if you have a specific deal in these hedge funds buying criteria and buy box, things like that, then they will buy the deal even way quicker than just a regular cash buyer. So you have DFW, New York, Ohio, Florida, Michigan, California, Georgia, Denver. This is where I'm at. Oh, and I guess he just recently added North Carolina. But we have this one in Denver. This one is where I'm at. So if you are in Colorado, this is what I would be looking for. 3-bed, under 2,000 square feet, any condition, cash or creative finance. If you get a deal like this, then Max can sell it super quick. And then there's also a land hedge fund. So there's DFW, Florida, and another Florida one. If we go back to the classroom, now you can see about on-market wholesaling. This is where I recommend a lot of beginners start. Just to be able to talk to sellers is to wholesale on market. If you want to do FSBOs or if you want to do actual MLS listed properties, you do that too. But really when you're starting, I think it's a good idea to learn by talking to people that already raised their hand to sell instead of going into wholesaling real estate with people who didn't want to sell, and now you have to deal with them and you have to try to get them to sell, but you don't know what to say, and so you ruin the deal. So I recommend starting talking to people who actually know the language of real estate and learning exclusively from places like Zillow, just when you're starting. But if we go to on-market wholesaling, this is how you do everything, 80-20 rule. You can use auction.com as well. These are properties that are going to auction. These are people who didn't necessarily raise their hand to sell, but they need to sell. Then there's different softwares, different scripts and hacks, and then different bonus goodies. This is a database of all Texas real estate agents that you can reach out to. Go back to the classroom. I really love this course as well. This is really a good beginner course just to get associated with wholesaling real estate and you know what you're doing. Land flipping course. I personally struggled a lot with learning how to comp land, but this course tells you exactly everything you need to know about wholesaling and comping land so that you don't make the mistake that I made and get a deal under contract way too high when it's just not a deal, right? Then you have a contracts course where if you need other contracts, then this is also in there as well. This is a paid course by Isaiah called Pre-Foreclosure Millionaire, and I love this course so much. Isaiah door knocks people who are in pre-foreclosure, and he makes about $100,000 a month just by knocking on people's doors for people who need to sell. And he really helps a lot of people out, and he makes a lot of money doing it. I'm in this course, and it's absolutely spectacular. I think it's closed now to purchase, but if they ever open it up, oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. This one just opened up, Government List Millionaire by Ty. So Ty in the group has a website, requestkits.com, where you are able to get AI to basically scour the web for all of the government lists that you need, and has AI do it all by itself and just gives you the leads. Also really cool, pretty neat. There's a creative finance course. I started wholesaling real estate doing creative finance. I don't recommend starting with this. I think it's much smarter to start with cash and then move into creative finance probably after your second deal, in my opinion. Just because it's just so much more complicated than cash. Cash is cash, but creative finance, there's all different types of strategies that you could get into. But if you're interested in creative finance, you can learn subject to, seller finance, things like that. There's a bird dog course. So this is how to be the middleman for people who can't find buyers for their deals. So what you do is you find wholesalers that can't find a buyer, you JV with them, and you send it to Max, and you guys get the split 50-50. This is a dispositions course on how to sell your wholesale deals. Now, Max Millander has a program, I guess you'd call it, maxdispo.com. This is how I've sold many of my deals, is through maxdispo.com. And I've made so much money exclusively through maxdispo.com. He sells your deals in 72 hours, and he is probably the best person at Dispo there is. He has such a big database of buyers, and he has just a much bigger network than any wholesaler could ever get. He just has the resources to get so many more buyers than the average wholesaler can. Then once you've closed 3 deals and you have a $5K per month or more marketing budget, you could do the scaling to 7 figures. So this isn't just for new wholesalers. This is for wholesalers who also want to scale, and they also want to just increase their ad spend or profit margins, or they need to know about taxes. This course basically helps you with everything. You get Max's personal cell phone. I really love this course right here. This is also one of my favorites. Then, if you weren't able to join live streams or after hours recordings, this is where everything will be. There are private live streams in the community almost every single day, some in the mornings, some later in the day. I know later in the day it's Tuesdays and Thursdays that he goes live on YouTube, and then after that, there's time for everybody to be in the community, and you basically ask Max any questions that you have about wholesaling real estate, and he's happy to answer, happy to comp deals, help you with whatever you need. And then there's office hours recordings as well. These are the mornings that you can get set up in Wholesalers Academy and also get deals comped, things like that. Now, let's head on back to the community page. There's the general chat. You can introduce yourself right when you join the community. These are different testimonials. This is good for motivation. This is the comp community, so you can have other people in the community help you comp a deal. You could post your call recordings, and you can have people rate your calls. There's accountability, any support, and different announcements that there are. This is me right here, Jesse Nye. If you ever want to chat or you need help with a deal or whatever you need, you can just reach out to me, and I can help you with whatever you need. In the calendar, again, this is the schedule for Wholesalers Academy. This is fully booked. So if you have time in the mornings but not in the evenings, then you can join these office hours. I mean, there's always time that you can get help from the community, the Wholesalers Academy, Max and his team. Whatever you need, everything's here for you, and there's always time for someone to help you. Now again, if we go to this captain's chest, you can really see what's up when you go to Wholesalers Academy and sign up for the premium comping software for wholesalers like yourself. There's Captain Comper, which you get private underwriting, like I said. And then, yeah, if you ever have a deal, then give it 24 hours for them to comp it, and then they'll tell you if it's a good deal. If it's a good deal, then you can send it to Max Dispo, and he can sell that deal because he told you it's a good deal. So it makes everything so much easier than getting it under contract. Here's the captain's chest. You get $500,000 in proof of funds for cash. This is $1 million in proof of funds for hard money lending, free EMD lending. You get a termination agreement. So if you ever need to terminate a contract, then you don't just tell the seller, hey, we can't move forward with the deal. You want to make it legally binding and send them a termination agreement. And then this is an amendment contract. If you ever need to change something in your contract, you can give them this to sign, and it basically adds on to the previous contract. Then you get the Zillow Infinite Money Glitch script, and then a database of all Texas real estate agents. And I might be rambling on about everything about this community, and you might think that I own the community or something. I don't. I just love the community. I found this community right before I closed my first deal, and since then, I got so many more deals closed after that, specifically because of this community. Wholesaling real estate, I remember when I started wholesaling real estate, it was so hard. I joined other communities, and the communities that I joined were people who didn't really wholesale real estate, but they sold like an expensive course on wholesaling real estate, and they're just good course sellers. And it was just really tough to find a place that everybody was at and you can communicate with so many other wholesalers. But I found this community specifically, and I just love this community so much. I love Max for helping me wholesale real estate and basically help teaching me how to wholesale real estate the correct way and how to help sellers the correct way and get paid for it. It's just such a great community. I just had to make a video on how beautiful and amazing this community is, Wholesalers Academy. Also, take a look at this. If you go to the map section, you can zoom in to where other people like you are. Pins are set off by 10 miles plus for privacy, obviously, but if you want to connect with other wholesalers that are around you, you don't need to go to like real estate investment meetups or Facebook groups or things like that. These are people that are already in the community. And you can zoom in, and I can talk to Fabian Davalos, or I can talk to Bree Kralik. Whoever is in the community, you can talk to them, and you can do deals together in the same market that you guys are both in. So if you want to network with other people, and if you guys need help, you guys are in the same market, you can look at deals together. Everything is here for you. So right now I'm on the phone with Max Millander. Max, you are a 7-figure wholesaler, is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like how did you start wholesaling real estate? Like why?
Yeah, sure. So I went to college because my mom told me I had to. I was a perfect student, basically 4.0 honors program. I played college soccer. I had the perfect resume, graduated, and my mom was like, you should get your MBA. So I went back and got my MBA. So you would think, damn, Max, you could have got any job out of college. Wrong. COVID happened, and also the job market just sucks. So I applied to hundreds of jobs and I only got one job packing boxes at Amazon. I guess I could have worked at Liberty Mutual slinging insurance because that's what I did for an internship, but I was like, nah, I ain't packing boxes at Amazon at 2 a.m. or slinging insurance. So I was always into real estate. I bought my first house at 18 by house hacking. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get back into real estate. And then that's when I was scrolling on YouTube, discovered Pace Morby, was like, holy crap, you can sell houses you don't own to investors. This is awesome. And then I discovered wholesaling real estate, and here I am now.
Well, there you go. And you are the creator of Wholesalers Academy. Why did you start Wholesalers Academy?
Yeah, no, for sure. So I've always been extremely cheap. So when I started learning about wholesale real estate, it was awesome that these guys were putting out free YouTube videos. But if you wanted to join communities, you had to pay like $10,000 plus. There was literally guys charging $50,000 for their community. I'm like, dude, there is no way I'm spending that much money. So I started just making free content for about 3 years. And then after 3 years, I was like, you know what? I'm going to launch my own community, put all of my courses in there, do daily live streams. I'm going to pack it with software. I'm going to pack it with leads. And this is so stupid, but instead of charging $10,000, I'm just going to charge like less than $1 a day. So we started at $15. Now we're at $25 a month. And yeah, man, it's awesome. We're I think we're the fastest growing wholesale community. And I've had to say, out of like the whole communities that teach cash wholesaling, none of that creative finance mumbo jumbo, I think we're the largest wholesale community, paid wholesale community in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
That's sick. Congratulations.
Pretty dope.
Tell me a little bit about Max Dispo. That's like a big part of Wholesalers Academy. How exactly does Max Dispo work, and how are you able to sell deals so much faster?
Yeah, no, for sure. So how I got into wholesaling was I did it a little bit the opposite. I went and started a Dispositions company with my friends at the time. So I was always in the business of selling wholesale deals. And it turns out they fucked me over. So after I got removed from that company, I started my own company, which was Max Dispo. So I started just dispoing deals for my community. And what's awesome is that wholesalers can just plug and play into my business. So instead of having to build your own wholesale business, all you need to do now is just go and find a deal, and then you can just give me that deal, and then I'll handle the rest, from selling the deal to title work to getting it closed and getting you paid. So wholesaling can feel very, very difficult because it's essentially it's multiple different businesses, but it's two large businesses in one. But by working with a JV partner, you can offload your dispositions to someone like me, and that's all we do. That's why a lot of students have a lot of success. And as far as Max Dispo, that's been something I've been working on for almost 2 years now. So it's finally a well-run machine.
There you go. And you have buyers in all 50 states?
All 50 states, man. I mean, there's some states that are better than others, but we sell deals absolutely everywhere. So that's the nice part about building a virtual nationwide dispo business, is wholesalers don't need to go and find their own buyers and this and that. It's like, just go and find a good deal, send it off to us, and we got buyers in all 50 states for houses and land.
How long does it typically take to get a deal sold? Like from send in to sold, how long does it take?
So once you send in a deal, it might take around 24 hours to go through the underwriting process. We have multiple steps to make sure it's just a good fit, and we're going to most likely have a buyer for that deal. After that, and we get a JV agreement signed, it takes usually within the same day or a day to prepare all of our marketing. We do extensive marketing on each property to really tell a good story that an investor wants to buy that deal. And then usually good deals, after marketing is done, they'll sell the same day or within 48 hours. So long story short is the whole process if we get a good deal on the board, it should be sold within 72 hours, pretty much every single time. I mean, there's deals that I've sold in as fast as, I think my record was less than 60 seconds. I got a full price sight unseen offer on a property.
That's crazy.
That was a girl, I think her name was Kaisha. And
what was the fee?
That was a $20K fee.
Jeez, $20K a minute?
Well, I mean, like I sell land deals sometimes in 10 minutes. Like, there's deals that will just move fast, but that's not the norm. Typically, a buyer wants to go see the house, and it might take, 24 to 48 hours from the time we put it out from our marketing team.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you created Wholesalers Academy, and you've added so much to it, and I mean, you're still continuously adding stuff to Wholesalers Academy. What's your favorite feature, your favorite hidden gem of Wholesalers Academy that people sleep on?
Oh, sure. I'm actually adding a luxury land flipping course.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that. I've been doing a lot of luxury land flipping for the past 2-3 years, and I feel like I need to start teaching it because those are some of my biggest deals. Favorite feature inside of Wholesalers Academy, you can't sleep on the daily live streams. I feel like that's where most students find success, is just being able to jump into a daily live stream. I remember paying for these $10,000 courses, and they do like a live stream once a week, which I found absolutely ridiculous. But I think my favorite feature is just being able to actually get responses from me or my team. I personally respond to every single post and every single DM, which is crazy. And, you're paying like $25 for a group, and every single one of your questions or messages is going to be responded to by me.
And with 3,700 members.
Yeah, it's a lot of I spend probably like 3 to 4 hours a day just answering messages, but hey, it's worth it.
A lot of late nights.
That's generally my favorite feature. I think it's the small things that matter. I mean, you can have all this flashy AI shit, but at the end of the day, what really matters is, if there's someone there to actually answer your question, or there's a live stream that you can join.
Yeah.
Like there's a live stream going on right now.
Oh, yeah? The office hours right now. And lastly, why should someone join Wholesalers Academy instead of some other wholesale community out there? What makes you better than everybody else?
No, for sure. I mean, if you don't have $20-$25 to spend, just go watch free YouTube videos. I mean, I learned how to wholesale for free on YouTube, except it took me 6 months, 12 months to finally start to get success. But by paying a small amount, you can fast track your growth, get one-on-one support, get access to a bunch of things. I mean, not only do we have, I think I have like 200 plus videos in there. I have, there's just so much in there, right? So
way too many.
And you just get into a community that can guide you. And again, you don't have the money, it's totally fine. Like, just go learn on YouTube. You can learn on YouTube. But I think by just paying like $25, I can get you guided in the right place where you should be able to start closing deals within 90 days. As far as the other communities go, I mean, yeah, go join all those other communities. I'm sure they're all great. I've been in some good ones. I've been in some bad ones. Just be careful. You don't want to lose money.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Max. Thank you for starting Wholesalers Academy. I found out about you by joining Wholesalers Academy from watching your videos, and you've exponentially helped me. I found you right before I closed my first deal, and you've helped me so much since then. So I thank you for helping me and helping everybody in the community and continuing to create great stuff for everybody in the community.
Thanks, bro. No, you're the best, dude.
Well, thank you. And there you go. You heard it directly from the man himself, Max Millander. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm not making this video because he's a good friend of mine, but I'm making this video because he's become a good friend of mine through the community. So I really want to just take the chance to tell you about how good the community is, so that maybe you join and you could talk to me and talk to all the other people doing tons of deals in Wholesalers Academy, and so that you can get deals yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. I am pushing out the best content possible for you guys. So please, if you don't mind, just subscribe down below and leave a like. And let me know what other videos you want to see from this channel. I read all the comments, and whatever you want to see, I will see if it makes sense and make a video about it. So overall, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is No Flippin' Secrets. I'm Jesse. Peace!